Hi.
Hi.
I'm Gabriel.
I'm Derek.
And this is Black Force Comics Weekly Review, Episode Dos.
Again, what we do here, we go over comics and everything comic related and stuff that we love and what you love to talk about as well. So first we're going to go ahead and go over our top three.
Which this week is going to be our top, for me, 6, 7, top 7, and then my one kid's comic. Actually, we're just going to go with top 6. I'm sorry. Making things difficult for you. My first choice. Book of Death, The Fall of Bloodshot.
Ooh.
This was a great read. It's a follow-up to the Book of Death for Valiant, which is going to be their 4-part series, or 6-part series. It's going to run all the way through till August. And this one is a one-shot, The Fall of Bloodshot. They're going to have one shot for every character. They're going to have The Fall of Exo-Man of War, The Fall of Ninjak, The Fall of... You know, if they did Quantum and Woody, that would be great, because I love Quantum and Woody.
Do you want to see them die?
No.
Enough to see them die?
It's interesting, though, watching it, what happens, because you don't expect it. So, yeah, like, this one was... Oh, it was a heartbreaker. It was a heart wrench.
Very cool.
Yeah, so that's my first one.
Go ahead and do one more. Let's
Right.
get through a couple of yours.
We can catch up. Okay, I got you. Another heart wrencher. This one here, Punisher number 20. This is the last day of Punisher. This is his end comic, and this is one of the best Punisher comics. And you know, if you've read any of the Punishers, you know how he is right now. I was actually recommended to read this from a friend. I hadn't read it before, the new Punisher run, and I read issue. I think I picked up on 15. And I read 15, and I had to go back and read everything to catch up, because it's that good of a comic. And this one, he goes out. There was no better way for him to go out than in this comic. He went out like the Punisher would have went out, because he is a Punisher. So, yeah, it's a really good read. He takes out a whole jihad encampment, and yeah, I don't want to tell you too much. It's a great read. Go out and read it.
Very cool. I personally love the Punishers. Not so much maybe the movie adaptations. I think they could have done better, but hey, you know they're making a new one, right?
What about Dolph Lundgren, the original Punisher?
Okay.
Sitting sweaty, naked in a sewer. Yeah.
We got a yes in the background over there.
Our technical crew is agreeing. Yeah, it was interesting, but you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the '90s adaptation. You know, they tried. You know.
It was cool though. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do one. Moving on. My first one is actually gonna be Cyborg. Cyborg number 1. Now this is the first run of Cyborg. So this actually dives a little bit into more of his family issues, his issues with people, the way they look at him, the way they don't look at him. You know, he lives in as half machine.
He's a
half
freak of
man.
nature.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, he gets, usually the one or two ways people look at him. They look and stare, or they just don't act like they don't see anything at all, and they just kind of shove him out. And he said that he would rather them actually look at him in disgust and, even say words about him, opposed to just making him feel like he's not there. So that shit goes into a little bit of his daddy issues as well. So, I mean, we all know how things are with daddy issues. Sometimes they're great, sometimes not so much. So, do you want to do one?
I got a good dad. He's the best.
Me too.
All right, yes. My third one, the finale to the Archie versus Predator series. It was a 4-part series, came out. So Predator followed Archie and his crew to Riverdale and killed everyone. No joke.
Dun, dun, dun.
Killed everyone. And in the very end of this comic, he almost kills Veronica, and actually he kills Archie. Archie dies again in this comic. So if you want to see Archie die, I did. Then get this comic. It's amazing. And then, yeah, it's really cool. And then Betty and Veronica, they come to terms. They understand each other at the very end. All these years of fighting over Archie, and they finally say at the very end, "You understood me this whole time." So it's great. It's great. You gotta read it. That was from Dark Horse Comics.
My next was actually going to be Wonder Woman number 42. Now, Wonder Woman number 42, she gets, it starts off with her in a club, she's dancing, and she gets shot at as she's leaving, trying to help a homeless guy, a homeless vet.
Homeless vet, yes.
Yes, a homeless vet, of all the homeless people. And luckily he misses. the story begins to go out and kind of give us a little background onto who this guy is, and he's the blood relative of Poseidon. Poseidon. His name, I believe, was Aegeus. Yes, Aegeus, son of Poseidon. Some very cool things happen in this book, so I'm excited to pick up the next one coming up.
Yeah, I like Wonder Woman. It's a good title.
Oh yeah, and the art's great. The colors are wonderful.
And if you haven't read it, she's now the god of war. She has took Ares' place, so she's the god of war. So it's different. It's different. She's for a while there they kind of got off all the Greek mythology stuff, but now they're trying to get back on track with it. It's really good. It's really good. So you got to pick up Wonder Woman. Mine, leaving his DC, going on to my DC. Harley Quinn and Power Girl #2. This is just good fun. If you just want to read about, 70s like porn stuff, that's hilarious. This would be the one. So yeah, pick it up. It's funny. I can't say much more. You have to read it.
You want to go do one more?
Yeah, I'll do one more so we can get through my pile here. Captain Canuck from Chapter House Comics, issue #3. This series is a series that was originally died off years ago, and then this one guy went and bought the rights to this character and rehashed it himself and used his own company to bring it back up. So it's really cool that he did that, and he's got published with Diamond, so it's great. But it's a really good series. It's Canada's Captain America. That's what this guy is. And issue 3, he's going to look for his brother. His brother was kidnapped, and he's going to look for him. So it's a really good series. They're only in issue 3. Your local comic book shop should have them up to issue 1 and 2 right now. If not, they can order them. They're available. So go check out this comic. It's a good comic by Chapter House Comics. Captain Canuck. Ozer.
Especially very cool the fact that he actually picked up a dead comic and brought it back to life.
Brought it back. Yeah, rehashed it. That was really cool. Bought the character and did all this himself. He didn't do a lot of. He did some Kickstarters, some crowd funders, but he redid everything. Redid the art. And he did very well with it. So.
And look, it makes our top 3-6.
Yeah. Top 3-6. Top 3-7.
You want me or you?
Go ahead, sir.
All right. My next one was going to be, I alluded to this a little bit last week's episode, but Fight Club. Fight Club. Love the book. Love the art as well. To me, the art is very, very raw, very rough, but yet it matches the style that I think the Fight Club should be. Yeah. Now, in this, I want to say episode, in this issue, it dives into deeper into Tyler Durden and what's actually going on. And I can't even wrap my head around it so far. It's so elaborate. The things he has set in place it's gonna be epic. I just know this.
I think it's more difficult now because he had contingency plans for himself that Tyler had put up, so he wouldn't come back. You know, and it's multi-layered, trying to break through these walls that he's created, so he wouldn't get through and become who he was. And it's really complicated. So it's cool though. It's not complicated. Like, I don't want to read this crap. It's good. It's really good.
It's not confusing complicated.
No,
it's complicated
it's not.
Fact that it makes you think just enough. Like, whoa.
It makes you use those brain cells that have been sitting dead. All right. Next one. If you're a father, this will eat at your heart. Last Days of Magneto, issue #20. This isn't the last issue. Issue 21 is going to be the last issue. But this is leading up to, essentially, it's him and Polaris. They're trying to end, you know, what the whole Marvel issue is going on right now with the reboot, and the end of days is coming for all the Marvel universes. The 616 and the 0161 have collided, and Magneto is trying to stop the collision himself and destroy the other universe so his universe is safe. So he's using Polaris, and he kind of leeches all of Polaris's powers to save her and absorbs it himself so he can save the world. And he knows he might not, but he's willing to sacrifice to try to save his daughter. And it's really good. It's really good. So yeah, as a dad, it got me. I was like, yeah,
cheers.
This guy, he understood me all along. Let me go through my last one before we get into the kids' comics. Wolf. This is issue #1. This came out from Image Comics. if you like, what's his name, the Dresden Files or Anita Blake, this is a good cross in between. If you like Fable, if you like The Wolf Among Us, this is a good comic. This is about a gentleman named Anton Wolf. I'm going to read the back here because it lays it out better than I can put it across for you. A hard-boiled paranormal detective with a death wish has to cope with sudden responsibility for an orphaned teenage girl who might be the key to the impending apocalypse, California style. Also featured a bag full of cash, a serial killer on the loose, and many secrets. Dun, dun, dun.
It makes me wonder, what would a California style apocalypse really be?
Red Hot Chili Peppers, some lowriders.
A lot of Nickelback.
Yes. No. So yeah, it's $5, but it's a huge book. It's a really good sized book for $5. So, and most first issues or last issues are usually $4.99.
Yeah.
So this isn't bad. It's a first issue, $5, and it's huge. So it's worth it's worth picking up and getting into. So let's move on to, now we're going to move on to our kid comic choice.
Kids comics. Now this one I have a really hard time believing this is like maybe a kid's comic. What the book that I'm talking about is going to be Prez. Now Prez, we have issues 1 and 2. I actually had the chance to actually sit down and read both of these all at once, and I have to say my mind was actually a little bit blown for a kid's comic. Yeah. Because this kind of, it's the first teen president. So we have a president who hasn't even, not even the ability to drink yet. And it's just really cool. It kind of goes into this whole thing, kind of almost like maybe a futuristic sense of where the world is coming to, where the U.S. is coming to, with our mentalities, our personalities, the fact that we really don't do very much outside of, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all that other stuff. And
social media driven world. This is what it's alluding to.
Right.
Everything happens by social media. Everything. And she wins that by social media.
She does. She does. Actually, the internet hacking, team known as, Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yes,
we
those
are
people.
Anonymous.
They
were
the ones who actually put this young lady into the ballot. I believe her name was Beth Ross. Beth Ross into the ballot for presidency.
Like Betty Ross?
So she doesn't win in the first issue, but there's a lot of character development. Her father is ill, has cat flu, which I guess is the future version of like bird flu or something like that.
Yes, cat flu.
And
it's a serious thing.
Yes.
Have your cats checked.
Be aware.
Beware.
It's a really, really, really good story that front and back, it took me a very short amount of time to read it, so this is a very, very cool set of books, especially for a kid's book. I would think it's more for a preteen to teen.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Yeah. It's a good book. My choice is going to be Power Up. Also, this one might be more towards the preteen group. It's it's out by Boombox Comics. It kind of follows the same vein as say Adventure Time or Crystal Gems.
Gem and the Holograms?
No.
Steven
Universe. Steven Universe, something along that lines. So it's about 3 characters that develop these. Well, 2 of them already have powers. It's the one girl in the front who develops her powers in this comic. So it's a cute, funny comic that it's worth picking up. I mean, it's good. The Kate Leth and Matt Cummings have been pushing it a lot on social media. So it's only 6 issues, 1 through 6. So it's worth picking up. And if it does well, they're going to continue on with it, and they're going to get an ongoing series for it, which I really hope it does, because it's a good, fun, quirky series to go into. The dude is wearing like a Sailor Moon costume. That's the dude. It's hilarious. You got to pick it up.
All right, so what are we going on to next?
So segueing into our what's coming up this week, this Wednesday. First thing we have coming up this Wednesday is going to be Witch Hunter Angela 1602 number 2. And if you've been reading this, it's part of the whole Battle World Secret Wars crossover. This is issue number 2, and it follows kind of a D&D type storyline where Angela has these people working with her. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, which I do, we play it here at the shop every week. So yeah, it's worth checking out. It's a cool book. I'm going to say it's worth checking out on everything, because you know what? Everything's worth checking out. The more you know. Yeah, so that's Angela number 2. Go ahead.
We have Batgirl number 42 coming up. Batgirl. Great things happen with Batgirl. I mean, we want to get into that a little bit.
It's Batgirl. You can never go wrong with Batgirl.
As well as her annual comes up as well.
Yeah, DC right now, DC is going to start putting out all their annuals for this month. This month we're going to have Batgirl annual number 1, Deathstroke annual number 1, Flash annual number 4, Gotham by Midnight annual number 1, Lobo annual number 1, and this isn't DC, but it's also an annual. X-Files 2015, their annual. X-Files as a comic. If you haven't read it, you should be reading it. If you like to know the truth, because the truth is out there, read the comic.
All right, we also have Black Widow. There's a lot of actually big news that's coming along with Black Widow too. I think she's getting a new I guess outfit for the upcoming. I'm sorry, the upcoming Captain America movie.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting as well.
New outfit. That means more toys, more Pop Funkos, probably some more Marvel Selects. Yeah. Copperhead number 9. Copperhead is actually written by a couple of Texas folks. It's kind of follows the same vein. If you like Firefly, you're gonna like Copperhead. Except she's a sheriff of a city. Right now in number 9, in issue number 8, Boo, her partner, was kidnapped by some criminals and taken to this colony for criminals, and she's going to rescue him. And she managed to scrounge up a posse of peeps. So yeah, it's going to be worth checking out. I'm looking forward to it. I like to read Copperhead. I support local artists and local writers, so totally.
We also have Daredevil coming out. Daredevil number 17 comes out this upcoming week. That's going to be something to really look into. Following that will also be Deadpool Secret Wars number 3, and that's
more Trace.
So it's Deadpool. So it's hilarious. There's a lot of killing. There's just and it alludes to so much from the previous storyline that it's just kind of like, oh man.
Yeah. What's cool about this one is in this number 3, he's going to be getting a black outfit, and this is Deadpool Secret Wars. So he's following the original Secret Wars storyline and putting himself into the original Secret Wars storyline from from back then. And so what I'm thinking is that this is him getting Spider-Man's symbiote outfit. So he's getting the Venom outfit. Deadpool with the Venom outfit. It's going to be amazing. It really is.
Possibilities.
Aha, the possibilities. Let's see. Doctor Who is going to be coming out this Wednesday with every issue. So the ninth Doctor is getting his 3rd issue. The 10th Doctor is the only one that's not coming out next week. The 11th Doctor is getting his 13th issue. The 12th Doctor is getting his 10th issue. Oh, I'm sorry. The 10th is also coming out next week, or this Wednesday. The 10th is getting his 10th issue. So every Doctor is coming out next week from Titan Comics. So if you're a big Doctor Who fan, it's going to be a glorious week for you. Okay.
Donald Duck is also coming out with his third issue as well. Donald Duck, we all know who he is. We grew up with Donald Duck, and it's Donald Duck. It's funny, it's quirky, and it's a lot of fun to read.
Yeah. If you like those Disney clips that they used to have on the Disney Channel with the cartoons, they were like 5 minutes long. Mm-hmm. That's what this comic is. It's about 3 of those clips put together. It's good. It's really good. Escape from New York number 8 from Boom Comics. It picked up. It's only at issue number 8. Issue number 1 picked up right after Escape from New York, the movie. Right at the very end when he was walking away, when he gave the president the tape and it wasn't there. And, that's where it picks up, from that very point. So it's been a good run so far. He's been going through a lot more stuff. The government's picked him up, dropped him again, picked him up, dropped him again. So it's worth looking into. So if you have a chance, if you like that kind of stuff, Escape from New York number 8, something to look into.
We also have Ghostbusters Get Real number 2. Ghostbusters. There's not much you really can't say about Ghostbusters. They've had some really great stuff. I mean, the whole pop culture thing. They have. I mean, and you can't go to a Comic-Con without seeing someone, with, if not the emblem, just the little patch on them, or just in full-out gear. I love it when I see people who cosplay into Ghostbuster stuff, and that's really cool that they have more ongoing things, especially in the comic.
Yeah, this is a short series, and what this one is, it's the Ghostbusters cartoon meeting the Ghostbusters comic. in the comic. So it's an interesting series, and it's only at issue 2. So pick that one up as well. Guardians Team Up number 8. This is an ongoing thing that Marvel is doing. They have the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're teaming up with different people every month. I think this week they're teaming up, or this week's issue, they're teaming up with the Silver Surfer. So if you like the Silver Surfer, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, if you like the outer space stuff, boom, there you go, covered.
He-Man and the Eternity War number 8.
He-Man. That's a good one.
Very good. We also have Gem and the Holograms, Justice League of America, Gods
and Monsters, the
yes.
Superman run. This is number 1. Like we talked about last week, the Batman one came out. Amazing. I'm going to say it again. Superman being raised by immigrant parents. I'm sold. He's an Rasta. You gotta love it. What else we have? Marvel Universe Ultimate Spider-Man Web Warriors number 9. This is a kids comic. It ties into the Disney XD universe. It's the Marvel Web Warriors TV show. And it's been a great series. Issue number 7 had Deadpool. Issue number 8 had Ant-Man. Issue number 9 is going to have a doppelganger of Spider-Man. So it's going to be a good comic. So if you like it, if you want to encourage your children to read, this is a good one to pick up. Especially if they already like the Disney XD stuff. Get them this. Let your children read. The more you read, the more you know. Dun, 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 dun.
Take a look. It's in a book.
In Reading Rainbow. What else we have? MODOK Assassin number 3, another tie into the Secret Wars. Munchkin number 7, which is like a D&D spoof. We love Munchkin. You ever played the game? It's hilarious. We play it here in the shop because we like to play games. Ninjak number 5, another Valiant comic. Castaways number 5 is also coming out from Dark Horse. That's a good one. Shield number 8 is coming out. Shield number 8 is going to have Daisy Johnson and her dad. So if you know who Daisy Johnson is, that's Quake. That's what's her name on the TV show? I just want to blank. Sky. It's Sky from the TV show. So if you want to find out more about her, if you want to find Shield is a great series.
It was awesome.
What they do with this series is what they can't do on the TV show.
Right.
They bring in all the characters. The first issue for this series of Shield, it had everybody. Do you recall that first issue? It was them fighting a villain, a big villain, a cosmic villain, and
yes,
they literally had everyone fighting him. And then Coulson comes in. He's like, let's say, he had Vision inside of him. Vision was transparent inside of him, and he went up to this cosmic being. The cosmic being wasn't scared of Coulson because he's a human, and he's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do to me, human?" And Coulson goes up and he says, "I'm the man with the plan," and he gets right in the cosmic being's face, and then Vision just goes through him and into the cosmic being and kills him. It was cool. It was the coolest thing. So if you like the Shield TV show and if you be one of those people that have said, "Why don't they have more action? Why don't they have more of the comic book characters?" Pick up the comic.
Yes.
That's what you want to get. You got to remember, the TV show has a limited budget. They don't have the big screen budget like the movies do.
Right.
They're a TV show. TV shows have a limited budget. So yeah, check it out. Also, Skylanders, another cartoon or another kids comic. Skylanders number 11. Sonic Boom number 10 is coming out. Spawn, for all you McFarlane fans, this Wednesday, Spawn number 254 is going to come out, and that's going to be awesome. It's picking up right now. Al Simmons' dad is sick, so yeah, you got to check it out. I don't want to give you too much. Star Wars number 7, and this has been a good run. It's been very successful. So if you're a Star Wars fan and you've never read a comic, it's a good time to get into comics. They have the Star Wars out right now. They have Darth Vader. They have Princess Leia, Kanan the Last Padawan, and just came out 2 weeks ago, Lando just came out, and that's going to be a 5-part or 6-part series. So they're worth checking out. Princess Leia was a 6-part series too, I believe. Yeah, that was another 6-part series. Kanan was a short run. Darth Vader and Star Wars are going to be the only one that are ongoing. So check that out. Superman number 42 is coming out. That I'm really digging, because this one is not the same Superman you think. It's different. So you really need to check it out. It's a good story arc.
This is the truth storyline, right?
No, this is the Superman with the Justice League storyline.
Okay.
So he hasn't been realized. DC has 2 different Supermans. They have the Superman where he's exposed as Clark Kent. He has this Dragon Ball Z superpower. He gets all the energy in from the sun and shoots it out. That expends his power, and once he does that, it takes him a while to recharge, a couple of days to recharge. So he's not completely vulnerable, but he's not completely invulnerable, if that makes sense.
So that's a great run right there. That's probably one of my more favorite runs that's up today.
Well, this one that's coming out is the other kind.
Right.
It's Superman, where he still has his alter ego Clark Kent. But right now what's happening is there's a god from Krypton that's on Earth doing some crazy stuff. So it's cool to check out. Thor's #2. This is a tie-in to the Secret Wars Battle World ongoing thing that they're doing right now. Odin, the Allfather, has died. He was a Thor. If you don't know what we're talking about, we're going to be putting up a one-shot video here shortly in the next couple of days about the whole Marvel Secret Wars Battle World thing to kind of give you a more clearer idea of what's going on with it. Just know that Odin, the Allfather, has died. He was killed in this series. So in issue #2, they're going to try to go divulge more into that.
Sorry,
Also,
Anthony Hopkins.
Yes, we love you, Anthony Hopkins. Also, Tithe #4 by Image Comics. This is a great series. What this is about, what do you say?
Pretty much stealing from mega churches and giving back to the poor, right?
Yeah, they're stealing. That's what they're doing. They're stealing from mega
A
churches,
bunch of hackers.
and they're giving it to the people who they feel really is deemed necessary to receive the funds. So it's a cool series to get into, and there's angst and traitors among the ranks in their little cadre of bandits. So it's worth checking out. TMT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #48 is coming out. Transformers Combiner Hunters. If you read the Combiner storyline, any of the Combiner War stuff that came out, collecting the Combiner War toys, they have a Devastator. I don't know if y'all seen this Devastator. It's about this big. It's $120 or so.
Oh,
it's amazing. It's an amazing toy. It's an old school Devastator. It's cool. He's green. I mean, it's cool. If you love the old Transformer toys, $120. It's not bad, and it's all the construction vehicles. So pick that toy up. Transformers More Than Meets the Eye #43 is coming out. Transformers Windblade #5. And then to end out what's coming up next week, X-Men 92 issue #2. This is also tying into the Secret Wars Battle World story arc. This one is interesting. The X-Men have went to go seek out this person who's kind of reforming all the criminals, who's taking them in and making them like literally change their characteristics, who they are. They don't want to be violent criminals anymore. They want to be good people. And it turns out that she's doing it for her own selfish gain. And she cripples Professor Xavier at the very end. And she's all, call, say the word, say the word. She's all, to me, my ex, yeah. And it's nuts. It's nuts. So yeah, that concludes what's coming out next week. Be sure to get down to your local comic book shop to pick up some great reads. What's on your pull list? Let us know what you're getting in the comments out of this week's comics that are coming up. Yeah. So next we're gonna go off topic here. We both can spoil it. We both saw the Ant-Man movie now.
So good, so good. I really enjoyed the Ant-Man movie. I have to say, it was really. I was surprised at what they did. Now I'm very interested in the upcoming movie, the Civil War. Because at the very end, you have your post credit, but then you have your post credit scene where you have Cap and Falcon.
Yeah.
And
Bucky.
Oh yes,
I know a man. So they're trying to hide Bucky is what they're trying to do at the very end. They're trying to hide Bucky because he's starting the war. So they're gonna. Here's what I'm thinking. They're gonna use Scott Lang or Hank Pym's technology, the Pym particles, to shrink Bucky to hide him. That's my idea.
Okay.
You're wrong.
I can definitely.
I'm calling it right now, though.
But I feel like, and I read a little bit of this earlier, and it makes so much sense that we all know through the previous comics that Hank Pym has just this mentality. He's a very angry person sometimes, and it alluded to that quite a bit in the movie, especially whenever he was telling his daughter that she couldn't wear the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got really angry.
No! Yeah.
So it showed off, that little bit, which I think was great, and I hope that they build upon that in the upcoming movie, because what I read, and which makes a lot of sense, is that in the upcoming movie you're gonna have both Scott Lang and Hank Pym. And I think that Scott Lang is going to choose a side, and it may not be the side that I want to say Michael Douglas, but Hank Pym.
Good old Michael Douglas.
And I think that Anger is going to come out, and he's going to join the other side, and they're going to clash. And you may even see Giant Man.
Goliath.
Yes,
that would be pretty freaking cool.
That would be amazing. But that stuff that I read.
That'd be a lot of CGI.
I would love. It's Marvel.
Yeah. And it's a big budget movie, so they have the money to do that. Whereas the shows, they do not have the money to do that.
And it's a hugely anticipated movie, so that's going to bring in a lot more revenue that way as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, most definitely. What else? What else we have coming out? Mark Hamill has agreed to do the voice acting for The Killing Joke. As we all know, Mark Hamill has done the Joker for a number of Marvel or DC comics, the cartoon movies, and he's done a phenomenal job. I love Mark Hamill's Joker. He's great.
Oh yeah, people ask me who's my favorite Joker. I say Mark Hamill. They have no idea who I'm talking about, but God, just the voice and the laugh.
Then you tell them Corvette Summer, and they're like, "Oh, that guy."
But oh my God, that makes me so happy. I've been waiting for a movie adaptation for this for quite some time.
Yeah.
I even reread the book, like, I want to say a month ago, just because I heard the news. I was like, oh, I gotta read it again. I gotta read it again. It's such a good book. A very dark book, and it's pretty much the origin story on how Barbara Gordon became the Oracle.
And how it has Joker. They have a Joker origin story in there as well.
They do, yes.
And that's the Joker origin story that I subscribe to.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I believe the Joker was created. So it's really good. This is why I love the Joker so much. He is my favorite comic book character, period. People always ask me, who's your favorite comic book hero? I'm like, oh, hero? Yeah, I'll go with Captain America. If you were to ask me who's my favorite comic book character, without a doubt, I'm going to say right away, Joker.
Hands down. Joker.
I love the dude.
He's just such a fun character, and not just because he's the Joker and he's funny, but just because the stuff that he does is so off the wall, so bad, he's so crazy.
He's super sane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not insane, or he's not sane. He's super sane. If you're not sure what that is, Google it.
It's worth a Google.
It is worth a Google. He's super sane. All right, not super sane. Ha! No, not that super sane. Super sane. S-A-N-E. Okay.
Rachel McAdams also just recently confirmed that she had a casting interview with Marvel for the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. If you know who she is, she's the old lady from The Notebook. If you ever watched The Notebook, she's the old lady who died.
She's also she's done quite a few romantic comedies as well as chick flick stuff, and I haven't seen very much of those, but I know who she is because she's a very pretty girl.
She is. She's very pretty. She's not the old lady in The Notebook. She was a young girl in The Notebook. Yeah.
Just in makeup, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it's an undisclosed role yet. We don't know what she's gonna be in the Doctor Strange movie. I want to be very honest with you. Being a cosplayer, personally, there's very few characters I can cosplay because being a short Hispanic guy, Doctor Strange is one of those, and I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty great in the.
I don't look like him.
The BBC TV show, the Sherlock.
Sherlock. Oh yeah,
that
I
was
am Sherlock. Yeah, that was a great show. Him and what was it? Bilbo Baggins. They both did a good job in that show. So if you haven't seen Sherlock. If you haven't seen the BBC Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch, check it out. It's worth checking out. Him and Bilbo Baggins are in there. They do a great job. What else do we have?
That's pretty much all that I had. I don't know if there's anything else that you read up with your.
Yes, in Florida, it was just confirmed.
Right.
They're coming up with a theme park in Florida that is video game based. What? It's gonna have Nintendo and World of Warcraft, which is cool because I think they're gonna tie it into the World of Warcraft movie that's coming out. It's gonna be amazing. So it's a theme park. You know what? They're gonna have like the the Mario Karts. I don't know what they're gonna have. It's gonna be amazing. Whatever it is, it's a video game theme park.
I would love to have a Mario Kart, and how would they do
Real turtle shells?
real turtle shell? Yeah,
Real bananas?
bananas. Yes, the bananas. You know, if you hit it, you know, your car just spins, you know, itself. That'd be.
Oh my God! Fall into the lava.
Fall off Rainbow Road.
No!
Dastardly Rainbow Road.
That can happen. World of Warcraft get crushed by an orc. It happens. So what else? What else we got going on? Texas Comic Con's coming up. We are filming this. Black Forest Comics is in Seguin, Texas, and we are going to be attending Texas Comic Con, and it's going to be in August.
All the information that you need will be on the.
There's going to be a link here on the bottom, right below this picture that you're looking at. There's going to be a whole bunch of links. Just keep looking down. Push that little upside down triangle. Push it. And then look at all the links there. You're going to have a link to the Black Forest Comic. You're going to have a link to Texas Comic Con. You're going to have a link to Abraham Lincoln.
There you go, yeah.
So, yeah, check it out.
DC, Marvel.
Yeah.
I
So, I think that about wraps it up for our episode this week.
I do have one extra thing that we can do if you want to.
Completely went over my head. We are going to do a
unboxing
for
Nerd Block's comic block for this month. It just came in today. I just was told about it today, so I ran home, grabbed it. Haven't even looked at it yet because I knew that we were going to do this video, so I wanted to go ahead and do the unboxing with you. Now I've already cut it open, but I haven't seen the contents within. So
surprise!
This is going to be new for both you, myself,
we're going to hold it higher. Alright.
So first things first, they come off, they show you a shirt. Now me, I love shirts. I wear them every day. Sometimes, multiple times a day.
You were medium, sir.
It depends on the company, and it depends on how much I eat
shops
that
at
day.
Baby Gap.
I do. It makes my biceps a little bit bigger. Anyways, this one is, I can't see it. So you gotta tell me. This is
it's Ultron! It's Ultron!
It's I'm pretty sure that's Ant-Man.
It's the Wasp. It's Wasp helmet. That's why they didn't show her. They were putting it on the shirts.
That's awesome. That's great because like I said, huge fan of the movie, and I can't wait to wear this tonight, maybe even so.
That's what we didn't get into. We didn't get into Wasp appearance at the end of Ant-Man. So that's going to be cool. We completely miss that. Yeah, so we won't get into it anymore. Now you have to go watch the movie yourself.
I got a coaster. Not only any coaster.
An arc reactor coaster. But what's going to happen if you wet it? Will it explode?
I hope not. I mean, I figure, you know, with the Iron Man suit, he goes underwater occasionally. He even gets rained on, so I can imagine they would be
Maybe
stable.
it's pressurized, though, and he's got, like, protective gear on. It won't explode.
I hope this is pressurized.
We're asking our technical expert over there. It won't explode?
It will explode.
It will explode.
It will explode.
It's a nuclear reactor.
His standard armor is modular. He adds more pieces onto it. Like that one thing always wears.
That covers it and covers it and covers it and
add
keeps it
new
safe.
things onto it.
Okay.
Like a
Yeah.
base.
So we just can't expose a raw reactor to the water. Like, even though it's a coaster, we're going to have to put maybe something over it. That way, you know, no impending doom for Mr. Derek here.
The next thing that comes up is going to be, we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but a Lando #1, issue #1.
Why, hello there, good looking.
Yes, exactly. That's very cool. I'm excited because I haven't had a chance to actually read very much of the Lando story. All right, well, it just came out.
It just came out.
It just came out, so I haven't had a chance to even pick it up. So this is great. I didn't have to bother with that. That's great. I'll get a chance to read that a little bit later. Ooh. Negative space.
Ooh, that looks good.
Negative space. I didn't even see that one on the list right there. But hey, this looks really cool.
Issue 1 from Dark Horse.
Issue 1 from Dark Horse. It's got this kind of pink little thingy here in the middle. I know nothing about this run, so this is going to be very interesting for me. And I love reading off-topic things, off the whole kilter thing. But this is really cool. I look forward to reading this, and I definitely love the kind of maybe dark and mysterious, even the supernatural versions of comics. This is really cool. This is very great as well. I still love the shirt. I can't even get over the fact that. And then
you got an Ultron shirt.
Star Trek, Green Lantern, The Spectrum War. Right, Spectrum?
Yeah,
Spectrum War. So we have Star Trek, and we have all the lantern symbols on the outside. That's really cool.
Yeah, this is a cool comic. I read this one. I'm looking forward to issue 2. Issue 2's got a variant cover where a Klingon has the yellow power ring, so it's amazing.
And this is a Comic Block exclusive cover.
Oh!
So that's very cool.
Yeah, there's a few variant covers that came out. Also, some blank covers. You artists out there, if you're looking for blank covers, Black Forest Comics has them for you at the lowest price possible, and they ship as well. Look in the link below for information.
So all we have here is pretty much a list on what was given to us in the box, and then on the bottom it says Comic Block to be continued. So I'm very excited about what I got, especially the shirt and how it's outlined with ants. It's actually outlined with ants.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah.
They were so small and ant-like I didn't see them.
Exactly. That's very cool. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for us here today at Black Forest Comics. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week for episode 3.
Thrace. That's 3 for you non-Spanish speaking people out there. All right. See you next time.
Bye 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 bye.